Hey!
Whoa, what the fuck?
Did you ever wonder why your favorite drummers are actually really good and are so much better than you?
Get off! Why are you in the toilet?
Well, that's what I'm gonna be exactly teaching you in this video. And not only that, you'll also get some actionable steps that you can literally take that will significantly improve your drumming. And these are all tips from your favorite drummers like Zach Grooves, Lorna Lewis, Benny Greb, you name it. They all follow this 3-step formula.
Get out of the toilet right now.
Hey bro, chill, Jesus. Okay, get out. Okay. Okay, a little story time. So my mom had a jazz band in Turkey. She was the singer of the band, and then there were also a drummer, a guitarist, and a bassist, a bass player, I don't know, Davey 504 instrument player. And basically they'd go up to random cafes and they just sing there, of course with permission. They do this like once a month or something. And one time I remember an instance where my mom actually invited me to her band rehearsal. So they were doing a rehearsal and she was like, you know what, you can come as well if you want to. And then I was like, should I come? I mean, I'm not that experienced, but it will fuel my ego. Of course I went. I was like, yeah, sure, mom. Yeah, sure, definitely, we can go. I was literally like a year into my drumming. Like I literally learned drumming for a year. And these guys, by the way, like they were like playing for like 8 or 9 years. Like they played for like 9 years. So they were literally like professional musicians, you could even call them. So what happens when a 14-year-old kid or a 13-year-old kid who has basically no drumming experience goes to drum with professional players that have been playing for like 9 years, right? Well, you can imagine what happened, but the more embarrassing part of this story is actually when I took a look at my recordings and they were so trash. This was the first time I've ever heard myself on drums play a recording of me, and it was so terrible. So the first actionable step that you can take to literally become the drummers that you aspire to, the number one thing that you should do right now, do it with me right now. We're gonna go upstairs and we're going to pick a song, any song that we like, and we're just gonna play along with the song. And then, this is the most important part, record yourself while playing with that song. And now let's look at our recording and see how we sound. Oh, by the way, like this exercise isn't to make you cringe or anything. Like this is to look at your recording and ask yourself this one question. Do you fit in with the original song? So look at the original song and then compare yourself or your drumming to this song. How close does it sound to the original song? It's like filler words in a conversation when you say like, oh, those types of words. If that's literally how your drumming sounds, then you have to change it immediately. Because the pro drummers that you look up to, they all serve the song instead of play along with it. Come here, bro. I'm gonna kiss you. Okay, close off all distractions, close off your Google tabs, close off everything, and look me straight in the eyes. You have to serve the song instead of just play along with it. Because so many drummers, what they do is they'll learn a cool chop or a cool drum fill, and this is what I used to do as well. They just add a whole bunch of shit into the simplest songs ever. And you just have this, tendency to do this. So one day when I was in Bali about, I think 4 months ago or something like that, we were staying in Bali at the time, and I was actually experimenting with fixing up my timing issues on drums because I was sick and tired of just being this sloppy time machine thing. I was so tired of just missing the beat and I couldn't even keep up time and all that stuff. Then I stumble upon this video of 80/20 drummer. He's a really good guy. You should check him out. This tip is really interesting. I think this is how the top drummers actually have really good time, because when I applied this tip, the week I applied this tip, my timing literally went like 10 times better, dude. I'm not even shitting you. Like, my timing got instantly better when I did this exercise. And I normally give this exercise to my coaching clients, but I wanted to share it with you, bro. It's called 16th note offbeats.
Well, what the hell are those?
Well, glad you asked, my friend. So let me give you an analogy, okay? Imagine you have bought a motorcycle, okay? And you drive it to a restaurant, and of course you need to park your motorcycle, right? You can't just leave it there, you know, on the road. So you gotta park your motorcycle. But the problem is that you can't fit your motorcycle in the tiny parking space, because it's so tiny and your motorcycle is so huge for this tiny parking space that you miss the parking space and you're off center. But then imagine the second scenario where you buy this smaller motorcycle and you go to this other restaurant that's nearby and you want to park this motorcycle as well. But fortunately for you, this time the restaurant has actually really big parking spaces, and you have a little motorcycle that you can fit anywhere in the parking space, and it fits really nicely. So now the same thing applies to our drumming. The parking space is actually the notes, and the motorcycle is when you hit those notes. So if you have a smaller motorcycle, then you can fit it nicely in the notes and you can hit it without missing the time. So as an actionable step that you can take right now, if you want to become these ultra successful drummers like Zach Grooves, then what you can literally do is do this exercise with me right now, which I'll show you on the drum set. Alright, welcome to my drum dungeon. Yeah. Alright, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna open my metronome at 90 BPM, and all you need to do is you need to purposefully mess up the timing. So here's what I mean. So instead of going like
1, 2, 3, 4,
we're gonna go like this.
it's not 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right? And so what that means is we're gonna play everything goes so. Okay, so this time I was on my bed and I was scrolling through Instagram like a little degenerate and I was wondering why all of these drummers are so much better than me. Like, I look at YouTube and I see this drummer practicing for like 4 hours. I saw this video of one guy literally practicing for 4 hours. He literally uploaded the whole practice session to YouTube for like 4 hours straight. He even ate the food while he was drumming. And of course, he was a professional drummer. But still, how can a human being have this motivation to practice for like 4 hours? And the truth about internet drummers is that they actually just practice more than you. Like, that's the simple truth. And everything that you see on social media, yes, it's Zach Grooves as well, everything is the result of them practicing for 4 hours straight. You know that guy who plays with one hand and, you know, all that, does all that crazy shit? It was called like L something, I don't know his name. But like, he plays with one hand and stuff, and it's so cool. You know how those drummers actually managed to do that? They practiced like 4 hours straight. That's how they can get those sick chops of Zach Grooves. That's how you can literally do it. It's no exercise that actually fixes it. And now you might be saying here, okay, first time, that's great, but like, I can't spend 4 hours a day just practicing and grinding away like those professional drummers. What do I do then? Well, watch this video next if you want to know exactly how you can practice so much more longer using a psychological trick that I discovered from a book. And also, I have a free coaching that is only available for the next 5 people. So it's in the description if you want to enroll. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you took something from this video. I hope you actually applied these tips. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.